Hey folks, welcome to Climate Preparedness. People in the prepping community talk all the time about how important it is to have a food storage. In this video, I'm going to tell you why this is especially true for climate change preparedness, so stay tuned. One of the most important things you need to be prepared for an emergency is a solid storage of food. It is true that humans can survive for up to 30 days without any food, but there's a huge difference between surviving and thriving. Especially during challenging times, you don't want to be weak and starving. You want to be in peak physical shape in order to face the challenges and get through the hardships. And for this, you need energy and food. There are many possible scenarios that could lead to food shortages, most of which will become increasingly likely due to climate change. Such scenarios could be, for example, extreme weather events like droughts, flooding, hurricanes, or even blizzards, but also things like social unrest, global conflicts, or a pandemic, as we are seeing right now with COVID-19. While all of these things are bad, the resulting food shortages will most likely be limited to a couple of weeks. There is one really scary scenario though, and the likelihood for this scenario is directly proportional to the progression of climate change, and this is large-scale global crop failures. The scenario is so scary because there won't be any disaster relief coming after a few days or weeks. There are several reasons for this. Firstly, national governments will most likely stop exporting the remaining crops and other food products, even if there is a surplus. We have seen this phenomenon during the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic when countries like Kazakhstan or Vietnam stopped exporting grains for no other reason than the fear of possible food shortages. On top of that, food that is still available for purchase on the global market will be bought by the highest bidder. This will be most likely rich and powerful nations like the US or China. Also, fear of starvation will freeze the global economy and lead to civil unrest or even wars between nations. This civil unrest or war could disrupt important international supply chains and prevent farmers from recovering and growing the next crops, thus further escalating the situation. As we all know, most people are woefully unprepared for any emergency and are neither keeping an emergency food storage nor growing their own food. This is another reason why keeping an emergency food storage is absolutely essential. Not only will you ensure the survival of yourself and your family, you will also not be a burden to emergency services and national resources, so you help stabilizing the whole system. Okay folks, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Climate Preparedness. As always, take care and I'll see you next time.